Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. My name is Foster.
My name is Daniel.
We missed a week, didn't we?
We did.
Yes.
It was kind of a failure on our part. Like we planned it too. We had it.
Yeah.
We were gonna do it, and then it just slipped
Yeah,
past.
it's more my fault than your fault. I got too busy. And then I.
Nah, like we both just forgot
Yeah.
simultaneously,
Yeah.
like consecutive times. So
It's okay though. It's okay. We're here now. It's fine.
yes, all of our adoring fans, we're sorry for putting
Yeah,
you through them.
they were just like, damn, like, where's that next episode?
Yeah.
But yeah. What's up? How you been doing?
Pretty good. I am getting ready for priority registration for next semester for courses. So I've been doing a lot of like research and schedule mapping and stuff. I have a cool Excel spreadsheet that my advisor gave me, so I've been able to like plan. Like I have all 4 years of my chemical engineering degree mapped out, and I can plan my courses for my other minors that I'm going to try and do.
Wow.
So that's what I've been focusing on.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's nice.
I did scheduling, but I only did it for the next semester.
Oh yeah. Well, so like that's the goal. That's why I'm trying to get it, but I'm trying to do 4 minors. So I'm trying to like figure out
4 minors.
Yeah. I'm going to do math, biology, piano, and environmental engineering.
Jesus.
Hopefully.
That's
The environmental engineering is an if, but the other three I have declared biology and math.
Really?
And I'm gonna go for the piano. I can only declare that next semester, so but I think it's doable. So I've just been like moving things around and figuring out if I even have enough room to do that. And I think I do. I think I'll have room to spare actually because yes, this is what I wanted to talk about. So in like the first episode, I ragged on the AP biology test because it didn't give me any credit. It turns out if you're going for a biology minor at the U of A, it gets you literally 4 courses worth of credit, or 2 courses plus the lab. So
it's like a
I
whole
apologize.
year. Yeah.
I apologize, AP biology. If you get a 5 at least, you get basically half of your minor done if you're going for a biology minor. So yeah.
That's really fucking good. Yawned.
Yeah, it's cool. So do future college students, like seniors and juniors or whatever, like I think it's just really important that you know, if you can know what school you're going to, like figure out exactly how your credits might transfer, because like in-state schools obviously work different from private or out-of-state schools. So like it seems like sometimes AP is just useless and other times it can like really help.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I got a 3 and I still got credit for like one of my bio classes.
Yeah, there you go. Just it all depends where you're going. Anyway, well, what's been going on with you, Foster?
Same old. Like literally just stressing about school. I don't know. It's honestly kind of rough the past like 2 weeks. Like it's been up and down. It's been up and down.
Why specifically?
Just lots of different things. Nothing really in particular. I just feel like
Yeah.
the pressure of the world. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's tough.
I understand that for sure.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Like I'm trying to.
Is it like school related or just like in general life?
It's both school and like life related.
Ah,
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a little hard, but I'll make it through. It's not a problem.
yeah, for sure.
It's definitely like very new, just because of college. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, I'm like tired all the time.
Mhm.
I don't know about all not all the time, but like I'll have the majority of the day sometimes is just I don't want to do anything. But then I'll have like flashes of motivation an inspiration or whatever, and then I'll like do stuff and I'm like, yeah, this is great, and then it's at a certain point it just kind of crashes, like, and it's not even due to lack of sleep or food or anything, just sometimes you just get worn out, I think,
Yeah.
from the grind.
Which I mean, like I definitely feel that. I really need to just like pull myself up and like grind this out because there's only like one more month of this. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's just so like fuck.
I wonder like how it's got to be mostly COVID, right? The pandemic is like why it's so difficult,
It's
or why
like
it feels such like a giant slog.
yeah, I don't know. It's just because like every day I'm stuck in my dorm, like
Yeah.
doing the same things over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like there's no change of scenery. There's no outside stimulus. There's none of that, and it's like it's just annoying.
Yeah. My intramural spike ball is over. And that was like the one extracurricular thing that actually like got me out of my dorm and like doing something new in like a new place, because basically I've just been alternating between my dorm and the music place for piano practicing. So
Yeah.
but now that it's over, I don't have like, and there's nothing during the week to like look forward to like for physical activity. You know, like I ride my bike places and stuff, but you know, it was nice to hang out with people and play a game.
Yeah, you know. But I'm not trying to bring like the vibe down. That's just like that's just how it's been for me. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like. So I'm sorry that I'm kind of being a Debbie Downer here. Jeez.
kind of just the atmosphere of this one, I guess, this episode.
Nah, we can switch it up. We can switch it up.
We can change it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not a bad thing necessarily. It's like, you know, it's just it's just a phase of the college adaptation, probably, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to give a
Authentic
well-rounded
experience.
interpretation to our viewers. You know, it's probably a good warning. You know, it's like you're going to have times where it's just feels like a grind.
Yeah, like this is like a thing. I've never felt like this before. It's different.
Oh, really? When did it start feeling like this?
I don't know. Before college. I think I'm just depressed. I don't know, man.
I get it.
It's been like, it's been a while. It's very large. Like it just feels like everything like feels like lording over you. And you have like no motivation to do anything at all.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard. It's so hard to just like even get out of bed.
Yeah, that's definitely like a recurring cycle in I think in like pretty much everyone's life, at least probably like around this age. You know, it's just like weird brain chemistry going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've never like experienced this before, and I feel like it's like you're saying. Like I feel like it's because of the pandemic, kind of, just because I like me personally, like you know me, I am a very social person.
Yeah.
I depend on a lot, like talking and like seeing and interacting with other people to like
function, right?
Yeah, just sort of like get me out of my own head, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's like I just, and since I haven't had those sort of interactions, I've just been like spiraling into the abyss of my own thoughts for the past like 6-8 months.
Wait, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's like since it started.
Oh, for the pandemic, you mean? Yeah. Okay. I thought you were just talking about college, but yeah, no, I get that.
It definitely started with the pandemic, but it got worse with college because I thought that like it was gonna go away because like I would see people, but I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that's what I was. The whole spiraling in your own thoughts thing is something that like I mentioned that like 2 episodes ago or something. But like, yeah, it's definitely a thing. You get like locked into this weird like inner thought world, and it's really hard to like get back to like get back in context.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you mentioned like the interaction, like the social interaction stuff. Like you said, you're a more social person than I am.
Mm-hmm.
So the interest, like for the pandemic, I wasn't super affected by it because I was at home, and I've got my mom and my dad and my brother.
Yeah.
And like I'm not so social where that was totally enough, and my girlfriend, obviously, she would come over and hang out, and we played tennis with our friends at the park sometimes, but that was basically enough interaction for me to like keep a good balance of being alone and also interacting. But like, different kinds of people are used to different amounts of that. I'm generally a pretty introverted person, so just those few, even if it's like the same people all the time, I don't mind. I can be content with that. But like, like you might be more comfortable with more people, and people vary all over the place. So more people need, some people need more people, and some people need fewer people. So it's probably had like a vastly different impact psychologically on those two groups.
I feel like it's low key just because, like, ironically, as much as I am like a people person and I love talking to like lots of different kinds of people, I think it's kind of like at the same time, because I don't, like you're saying, like you could be good with like a couple people, like, and that's fine. Like, just it doesn't need to be like constantly like different people. I think it's because I just don't, like, I low key kind of like hate a lot of people. Not like hate, just like I get bothered by them after a while. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm gonna move on to this other person.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe that's like a toxic trait of mine. I'm not sure.
No, because that happens to me too. But it's more like, I'll get like mad at my brother. We'll get pissed off, but then that usually lasts like a couple hours, and then we're like, hey, you want to go to the park or something? So like I get annoyed with people if I around them like all the time and I have to interact with them. But if I can just like go to my room and just do my own thing for a while, or like just not have to directly interact with them, that's like enough break for me.
Yeah.
So like you have to like hang out with like another person entirely for a while before it resets for that other person, or
no, it can reset and like without me doing anything, as long as like I just get away from them. But it's like in my head, I'm like, I'm done talking to you, goodbye. Like that's sort of like the thought process that goes on when I like don't want to be around somebody else.
Yeah, I totally get that.
I don't know, maybe I hate talking about that, because that's one of the things like I feel about myself is like the most like toxic thing is I'm just like, I'm done, bye. Like,
no, I mean, I think it makes sense. I don't think that's toxic. I think that's just balancing your social interactions. Like, you don't want, everyone can get pissed off at each other if you're around each other long enough. I think that's definitely a understandable trait. Well,
I've just been stuck with myself for the past like 8 months, so now I'm getting sick of myself. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm like,
dude, it's like existential now.
Yeah.
Now instead of another person, you're like, I'm done with myself.
Whoa, crazy.
Well,
not actually, but
no, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like annoying. I don't want to be stuck like doing class, watching a screen, like, and hearing my math teacher not understand what the kids are trying to tell him about how the website crashed again, deleted their test. Did I tell you about that?
No.
My math teacher, so we use this website called WebWork, and my math teacher is this old Asian guy. He doesn't know how to speak English. No offense to him, he literally doesn't. Like, we try to talk to him and we try to ask him questions, and he doesn't understand anything we're saying. And the website that we use to take our math test is like old as fuck, and it crashes all the fucking time. Like,
it sounds like what was the physics website we used?
Freaking
Turnitin? No. Turnitin's like okay.
WebAssign.
WebAssign. It sounds just like that. Is
Yeah,
it similar?
that's called web work, and like the kids during the class like will be taking a test, and like so like first of all, the way he takes the test is like not good at all. We take it on Zoom, not like lockdown browser or anything like that. Just straight up Zoom, and he's like, "Show me your desk,"
What?
and he's like, "Okay." So like kids could be opening other tabs. Kids could have
Yeah.
like like other like things of paper out like to help them cheat. It's really just not secure at all. And the way he does it, I mean, I'm not complaining, but like, fuck, it's just like it's something that you'd think a teacher would like know about. At least like, I mean, I guess it's because like Zoom era, like maybe he just doesn't understand it.
Yeah. Sure.
But he's like, why would they cheat? I don't know. Or maybe he's one of those teachers where he's like, if you cheat and you don't know this shit, like fuck you.
Yeah.
But either way, the website crashes constantly. Like at least 3 people every test will like speak up during the class and be like, professor, my website crashed and it deleted my entire test, and they'll have like 10 minutes left, and
Oh.
and he'll just be like, huh, and they'll be like, the website crashed and it deleted my entire test again, and he'll be like, no, you were cheating. He'll be like, no, like it was you opened it up on a different computer, like you were cheating, and
Man.
then they get a 0 for that test. It happens to like 3 people like every time.
Jeez.
And like it's to the point where kids are actually starting to like get angry. Like last test we had, like one kid was like, no, like I didn't I didn't cheat, I didn't fucking cheat, like this is making me so mad, like every test like this always happens. And it was kind of funny. I was sitting there laughing, but that basically like every time I take a test in my math class, I'm like stressing because I'm like, fuck,
Is it gonna be me this
is
time?
it gonna be me? Because then after that, like he's just gonna be like, no, you cheated. And I'm like,
Jeez, that sucks. Is there like a way you could screenshot while you're working or something to like save your answers?
I don't
Like
know. I don't know.
insurance. That sucks. I
Thankfully,
haven't had.
I don't have him for much longer though.
Yeah, right.
So that's
You guys
good.
get out much earlier than we do, or like 2 weeks earlier.
Like
like you're
December
done.
4th is when
Yeah.
my finals are, or that's when like the
Our-
semester ends.
Yeah, ours is the 17th, so it's like a decent amount later. But what was I gonna say? May have forgotten. Oh yeah, I haven't had any non-open note tests yet. Like all of them are
Are you
just
serious?
yeah. No, they're all there's no lockdown browser, no nothing. You
What
just
the
take
fuck?
it.
What the
Like,
fuck?
they're like specifically they say it's open note. You just can't do it with another student, and I'm sure people do, like in the group me's or whatever. I've seen people texting during the test section, like the time allotted, but
Yeah.
I've just been, I just use my notes, reference them. But yeah, I haven't had any like strict test taking stuff. I'm really
Yeah.
only tests I've taken are in chemistry, so
What the fuck?
there's no.
Literally, what the fuck?
It's kind of nice.
That's ass.
My God. Yeah, it's weird.
Uh,
Why haven't I had any tests? I guess I have. I had an engineering midterm, but my engineering class is like entirely project based.
what the fuck? They're having us submit like whole ass papers about like the quantitative, like tensile strength of fucking like bamboo and shit.
What the heck?
I mean, I am
We
a
just
material
do,
science engineer.
We have like
so-
a couple quizzes. I forget. We have like these little quizzes in engineering for like each project every week or something. But they're just like covering the basic material we need to know for the next lecture, so that we know like how to build the next thing we're gonna build.
That's the most bullshit thing I think I've ever heard. What the fuck?
Why are you guys learning about bamboo tensile strength?
Because I'm a material science engineer.
Oh, okay. So it's within your field.
Yeah, it makes sense for what I'm doing, but it's just like
Okay.
you're like, yeah, like we're just like we take little quizzes on the next week. Or I'm like submitting like whole ass lab reports and papers and shit.
Oh my goodness.
Like 1,200 words, like it ain't no joke.
I've only had one 1,000 word essay as my midterm philosophy paper. That's the only essay I've had to write so far. Like I've had to write, longer responses like for projects, like a 2-page double spaced thing, but not like an essay. That was like the first actual essay I had to write.
You're actually wildin'.
Sucks. Well, I feel for you.
Yeah, it's not fun. But I mean, like at the end of the day, I think it's interesting at least.
Yeah, that's cool. If it's fun to learn the stuff,
I
then
don't dread it. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. That's good.
Still sort of trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. I don't mind doing engineering, but I'm not sure if it's exactly my passion. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Are you definitely interested in STEM, or like, do you think you could be totally like somewhere else, like your dream career?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean that's fine.
I'm taking like a fashion marketing class next semester.
Ooh,
I'm trying to see like if there's anything else.
yeah, that sounds awesome. Fashion marketing, that's cool. So I mentioned I'm like planning classes, and I have to take 3 more biology courses. So I'm looking for cool ones, and they're all like upper division. And I found there's some cool one. There's aquatic entomology. So it's like the study of insects, but aquatic insects.
Ooh.
So it like focuses on like morphology and evolution of insects that have like adapted to live in water, that sounds pretty cool. But there's also one called Arizona Mammals that's definitely at the top of my list, where it's a summer course, and it like is field based, and there's 2 mandatory field trips, and it says flashlights are required, and you learn how to like trap and study and release like wild animals and stuff, and like learn perform experiments with them and safely and ethically and whatever. And I think the field trips, you go out and actually like at night and trap like sonoran animals.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that may be what I do. It's like a 3-unit course over the summer, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be too strenuous. Like it sounds fun. So yeah, I'm also kind of looking for, like, I guess that's still within STEM, but I'm looking for like cool, fun courses instead of just more lectures about the same old stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like cool as fuck. Like, not even lying, like going out, like meeting up with your class at like late at night. It gives off like field trip vibes.
Yeah, for sure. Like our physics field trip, we went to Magic Mountain.
Yeah, Magic Mountain. That was so fun.
That was really fun, and it's not even like going to Magic Mountain is
Sure, that was fun, but just sort of like it felt like an adventure.
Yeah, just because you're there with like everybody, you all know all these people, and there's like 50 of you or whatever, or like 100 people.
Y'all get on the bus, and you're just like,
Yeah, it's just like super hype. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping that class would be like. I'm gonna do some more research, but it'd be so cool to like go out like in a jetty somewhere in the desert and like dried up riverbed or something, and just find animals and like observe them, draw little sketches, and then just go.
Yeah, I need to fucking learn how to draw more. I need to draw more.
I'm so bad at drawing.
I've been drawing a little bit, but I want to draw
What do you
more.
draw?
Just whatever comes to my head.
Nothing ever comes to my head when I'm like want to draw. So, like, tell me more.
I mean, like, I like nothing. Like, yeah, what you're saying is like when I sit down and draw, nothing really comes to my head. But like I think about like I'll have thoughts, and like things will pop up in my head that I'll remember for when I do want to draw.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't know. At night, I see a lot of like faces in my dreams and stuff like that.
Cool.
So
and then you like draw those.
Yeah, or like I try to like emulate them in my own like kind of style, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. Sometimes I'll like just be like lazing around, and I'll notice that like a bunch of objects within my field of view, look like a really cool, unique like face or structure or some, some like defined shape, and it looks really cool, and only works from that angle or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, I wish I could draw that, and then I inevitably forget about it or forget what it looked like. So it never happens, but stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like random occurrences.
I wish I took more drawing classes as a child, because it's like that's how you get your mind to other people. Like you can do it through words, you can do it through music, but drawing is just literally boom boom. You know what I mean? It's like you reach into your head and slap it on a piece of paper, and then you boom. Right?
Yeah. Well, so do you think in picture? Like, do you think in images or words?
Images.
Okay.
But yeah. I don't have a hard time putting it into words, if that makes sense. Like I can describe the fuck out of like a scene that I see, but like it's a scene first in my head.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That sounds like similar to how I think about things. I do think like certain things are definitely words in my head, or like maybe diagrams is kind of close to pictures. But
so when I say like two, what do you think? Like what comes up in your head? Like two.
I think the number, like the written out number 2 first, probably.
TWO.
Yeah. No, sorry, the written out, like just the number, the symbol.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. When I recently like pinpointed something when I'm playing piano, when I'm practicing and like memorizing because you read new music, and that first stage of reading is when you're like working out the fingering and the technique and whatever. When I'm doing that, I'm also kind of memorizing it, because you just go through it so many times, and I realize that different chords and different notes have different colors, right? That's like a pretty known thing, but also different chords have like mixes of colors depending on what the notes are in them. So there's this one part of the piece I'm working on where it's just crazy arpeggios with like really weird atonal, not really weird, but like atonal chords and stuff that they're just arpeggiated. So it's like really fast. And as I'm playing them, I realize that I'm like these when it changes to a new chord, these flashes of like color, like a very defined like glob of color is going through my head until it gets to the next chord, and then it changes. So like I know for a fact that E is green and A is red. And so E flat is like a different kind of green, and A flat is like a different kind of red. And it changes, and then if you add other notes, like A major is definitely like red, but it's got some green in there because there's an E in A major, and so it's like little blobs of like colors. It's pretty cool, and that's like the scene where in Ratatouille where he's eating the food and he like closes his eyes, and it's like ba 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 ba, and like all these things are popping off, and he eats both of them at the same time. It's like a fireworks show. Yeah, it's exactly like that. That's funny. I don't think I've ever had anything like that. It's pretty fun. I want to try. Maybe snowboarding. When I snowboard, it just feels like I don't know, everything's cooler, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, or like you're connecting, like you're no longer entirely focused on the physical world. You're kind of like just things are fluid. Things are fluid. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I want to try using that as like a memorization. Like now that I've suspected that's what I was thinking for a while, but now that I know for sure that like some of them, I definitely know what colors some of them are. I want to try using that to memorize music, like assigning colors to certain things. Yeah, like because I'll be if I'm performing and I'm like nervous, I'll be like, what chord comes next? And then if I just remember it's this general color, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's these. Obviously, it's these notes. Like. I highly doubt you'll get that nervous. I don't know. I get pretty nervous when I perform. I need to work on my performance anxiety a little bit if I want to like actually be semi-professional. But like it doesn't show too much. But like the things that I want, like the nuance that I want to do, hardly ever happens when I perform, or it doesn't happen as much as I'd like it to, just because I get nervous on the inside, and weird thoughts go through my head and stuff. So maybe remembering my colors will help with that.
I don't know. Yeah. When I used to do like plays in middle school and shit,
Oh yeah.
and I was always nervous during those, but I don't know. Ever since like probably like 8th grade, I want to say. Whenever I've been in front of like a group of people or like in like a auditorium, like talking to people,
Yeah.
like I don't have any like anxiety about like them being there, and I don't know why. It's just like I don't think about them. I only think about myself when I'm up there, and I'm like, they're not doing this. Like, just let me do my shit. Like,
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good point. I'm pretty good at public speaking. I think like performing music is the only thing that really makes me like
Yeah.
nervous
And
when
that
I'm up
makes
there.
sense because you wanna show off basically. Like anybody can talk, right? But
Sure,
not
yeah.
everyone could play the piano like you can. So you want to show them. You want to show them that like you can.
Yeah, and it's
So
I
in that
show
case,
them that I can, and I've like worked on, and I'm like I know what I'm doing. You know, it's
yeah,
not like, I can play this song. It's like I can play this piece, and I can make it like exactly what it's supposed to be. You know, and there's like I think the pressure kind of comes from like there's a way you're supposed to perform the pieces that you learn. You know, like you have to do certain things right, and you're under a time limit. I mean, you're setting the tempo of the piece, but like you know you have to get it done. There's this very it's like you have to stick to your tempo and whatever. So like you have like a certain kind of time limit, which is not like I don't like time limits. So I think that's probably the thing. It's like I can't slow down and like think about it and then do it. You just have to like know the whole thing and just do it all
yeah.
the same way every time.
Maybe you can carve out a little niche in music, then subvert the performing expectations. I don't know what I'm saying. But in that case, since we're talking about, because yeah, in that case, I definitely get performance anxiety in some aspects of my life that I'm not too like happy with, and that I need to work on. But I
Yeah.
definitely I get what you're saying now, that it's like it's less of a matter of like focusing on myself, and it's like more a matter of like I want to show them that I can do this, that like I am skilled.
Yeah, because like in practice, whenever you're practicing anything, you're only showing yourself, and you know exactly how good you are. So
Yeah.
you don't feel any pressure, and you can mess up, and you're like, yeah, I don't care. I'm just gonna do that again, and it'll be better or whatever. Like there's no pressure there, but you only get one shot when you're performing. You can't go back and do stuff again, or it'll be even worse. So like you want to make sure they see from just that one performance, and they get the experience that you do when you're like practicing at your best, like, or in whatever it is. That doesn't have to be music, but yeah. So I totally get that. We were just talking about test anxiety and how it's a type of performance anxiety in this like seminar class that I'm in.
Wow, full circle, back to tests. There we go.
Back to tests, yes.
That's how we do it.
Have you ever gotten test anxiety?
Yeah, fuck yeah. What do you think happened in math literally every time?
Sure.
You'd be like, I really don't know what you did here, because like you know exactly what you're doing. Like I would come to you with a test, and you'd be like, all right, how do we do this one? And then I would do it, and then you'd be like, well, you just did it. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. I didn't know why I didn't know that on the test.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I guess it's just, yeah. If you're not like, you have to get in the zone for tests, and if that doesn't happen, it's like difficult to get going, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially with math.
Yeah. Well, I think I gotta get going soon, but.
All right. Well.
I feel like today's theme has been like anxiety.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll title it. I think that's what I'll title the episode.
A little bit of depression.
Anxiety. It's more just nervousness about how I'm gonna like do things and like make it through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. And we discussed a few little fun things in there too, but mostly it was just anxiety.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll catch like the edgy like mid-teen audience with that edgy title.
There we go. Some middle schoolers.
And they'll be like, "Wow, they're so relatable." Like, I have anxiety too. All right. Anyways, thanks.
All right. Well,
Thanks for watching, watchers. Okay.
Thanks for sticking with us.
All right. Goodbye.